Hi everybody! I hope you're all doing well. I'm about to get started on a 60-minute Soul Rebirth Journey session where I'm going to be sharing energy work and psychic wisdom for a client. And this client is open-minded enough to share their psychic experience on YouTube, so we all have the opportunity to learn. And the goals for this session are alien implant removal and chakra clearing. So I'm going to go ahead and relax and get started here. I'm going to be getting connected with the client, and we'll see where Spirit takes me on this journey. Okay. All right, well, it's a pretty quick introduction here because already I feel like some liquids are splattering onto my face and the liquids are dripping down. I feel my heart is really, really bothered by this. It's almost like an acidic sensation. My ears are bothering me. Okay, let me just continue to move forward here. Really big jam in the throat. There's some sort of crusted, it's thick. It's not like a thin eggshell. There's a decent substance here, but it's like a crust, and it's cracking and breaking off, and it's around my face. There's a lot of activity going on here, and it's a bit overwhelming, actually. So I'm just going to keep moving forward. So what I'm experiencing here is literally your energy bodies are venting right now what their energetic experience is, and it happens to look and feel just like this. So from my humanistic standpoint. Okay. Ugh. So as I move forward, the energy vibration is sort of like cloudy, but I'm in a location, so it's hard to actually see all the clear details. This is for a reason. There's somebody standing over there by a doorway. It's kind of, it is sci-fi like. It is like an alien-esque looking place. There's a grate on the floor and it's golden, and it's not necessarily a perfectly round room. It's kind of got sides to it, and there's just a rectangular door and somebody standing over there. The walls look kind of metallic, different colored, different even variances of metal. There's layers here. There's layers and different colors of metal. So I'm just standing here looking at this person who's looking back at me, and they're not going anywhere. They're not moving. And there's a huge energy orb just totally filling up this space. So for me to move forward, I've got an energy barrier going on here. I'm going to go ahead and touch this and just relax it on down. I tell this energy barrier, say, wow, you're doing a really good job. And I want to say thank you so much for being a part of this experience. I know you're here for a reason. And my purpose here is to help you transition into new experiences and for me to move forward. And this is my role today. Just a lot of circulating energy. It feels like there's consciousness here that's really thinking and deciding, and it's kind of hiding, and I can feel it. So I'll just continue to let this circulate one thing at a time, okay? So this barrier is still there, but it's not as potent, or as the volume's not on max with it. All I can do is wait and continue to share love. So I'm just going to leave a part of me. I'm just duplicating myself. So this part of me is just going to stand here and continue to share love energy. And then this other part of me, I'm going to turn around and see what's behind me. Everything is really blocked off. It just doesn't want me to move forward. It wants to contain me. It wants me to feel like this is all there is. This is all you're going to have access to. You can't, you're limited. You're imprisoned. I mean, it's pretty much, it's not necessarily telling me that I'm imprisoned, but it's definitely alluding to you cannot leave. You are here, and this is where you will stay. And this is as much as I'm going to give you. This is what it's like. So you must feel trapped. I mean, I don't know that the energy necessarily says I feel trapped, but it doesn't give you a lot of options. I mean, what's in your energy field is saying, not giving you a lot of access to options here. So in your own life, you must be feeling like you're short on options, but in a way that's kind of overwhelming because we have so much energy just sort of in our way and expressing itself in contaminating ways. So you must feel quite a lot, a challenge in your life. So all I can do is one step at a time. I will break this whole thing down, by the way, and any type of lookers from beyond, we're going to go ahead and just let go of those connections, and we're just going to really relax and clear out your energy field, okay? And remember, it's always a choice. These experiences are a choice, and you don't have to become emotionally attached to the experience itself. It's just simply an experience, and you got to bring everything back into yourself, okay? So you own your own life. Nobody else has permission to own your life but you, unless you want to open the doorway so you can have experiences and share your experiences with others who are going to be taking advantage of you. We do this from human being to human being. We can also do this on a psychic level, human being to a spirit or an alien being. We can do this in different ways. But it's really important that for this awareness and to choose to bring it all back into yourself. You don't want these types of relationships. And you know this. So you need to simply say no. I'm going to be myself moving forward, and I'm only going to know me because I'm the only person that I'm choosing to have existing in my own life, and whatever this is, I'm done. I'm just going to move on from it now. I'm going to do something new. The hardest part about moving on from experiences like this is memory, okay? Emotional memory. Emotions create attachments. So if we feel traumatized by something, it lingers. It's like post-traumatic stress. How do you untraumatize yourself from an event? And memories are eternity, you know? So a part of ourself will always be in that experience. So we have to go into those memories in order to help those parts of ourselves to relax, to self-realize, and to know it's okay to move on. And if you have a lot of these memories that could be traumatizing, even with relationships with alien beings or psychic attack or anything like that, the emotion is what makes it hard to disconnect. And the memory, all that kind of comes together. So we literally have to pretend like nothing ever happened. We almost have to become dissociate in a way. I don't know. I don't know. Let's say a huge event just happened. And this event is overwhelming you. It's overwhelming your life. It's literally contaminating every part of your life. So you would have to become dissociate like that never happened. Like black it out entirely. What if you had amnesia all of a sudden? You had no idea any of this stuff happened. Would it still be there? It's a choice. It's a choice to have this experience. So choose to come back to yourself, okay? I'm going to help you with this. Super glad that you booked this session. I'm really glad you did. This would be very, very hard to deal with by yourself. Yeah, there's just some weird thing. It's got a weird looking tongue, and it's like, it's like got a really long, thick tongue. It's got a green looking face. It's kind of like a neon green. There's a lot of beings in here. You're trying to replay. You're trying to replay a past memory. I'm telling you. You're recreating it. you're actually working on you are wanting to recreate a memory from another lifetime in order to try it again. But you actually just need to forgive yourself from in that lifetime and say, you know what? I learned all I need to learn. I don't need to suffer anymore. I'm going to move on. But you haven't accessed that awareness yet. And it's really important that you're aware of this, and you don't have to suffer anymore. Okay? You don't need these beings to help play out this experience over and over again, because this is a revolving record here. It's not just a past thing, it's a present thing, and it will continue into the future if you want it to. If you want it to. Again, you don't have to have this experience. So they're just sort of all lined up here against a wall, and they're kind of like warriors, or they have spears. They're kind of in some sort of metallic outfit. I mean, it's like medieval, it's metal protective layers. And they have spears. It just looks like this. And they're all standing up against a wall. This building, it looks kind of Asian, actually. It's kind of pretty, too. And this door is made out of like a red wood, a cherry colored wood. This doorway, it's polished and pretty. I feel quite strange to be in such an elegant, there's an Asian flair here, but all of these creatures, they do resemble the dragon face, the Asian cultural dragon face, on actual human-like bodies. And they have a really neon green colored skin. There's no scales. It's like smooth, like a salamander. And really like oversized long tongues. They're all just standing like a British guard. It's like they're not even blinking. They're so still, and it's just sort of, okay. So I'm going to walk in here. This is kind of a weird place. There's literally nothing that I can see right now, but I can feel like a strange, like an eerie silence. There's definitely sound here. There's definitely stuff to look at here, but it's just blocked off right now. It's creeping out my heart. It's got a creepy way about it. I'm just gonna close my eyes. Whatever this thing is, it just doesn't want. It's sort of hiding in the shadows, and it's very full of an anxiety energy. So, this is so gross, energetically gross. It's almost vomit level. Like I could puke from it. That's how energetically gross it is. It's also salamander-like. It seems larger than the ones that are out. Oh man, whew. This is pretty intense. This is really intense. I'm just going to tell him, you know what? You don't have to, you don't have to hide. I can tell you're here. And I'm just simply here to talk about what's going on. I know that this is a choice here. The client is choosing to have this experience. The client is now choosing to let go of the experience, and I'm here to help with that. And that's all there is to it. He's not one to want to let go of things. When he has a grip, he doesn't want to let go. And he will suck you dry, energetically. He would be very vulnerable energy to come across. You definitely wouldn't want to let this one in. I'm just going to go ahead and touch his heart, because he too needs to heal, you see? Sometimes we have beings like this attracted to us so that they can heal. We think that they want to harm us, but really we can heal them. And then they self-realize. We don't have to be punished by them. They need to self-realize, okay? So I'm just going to help him. I'm just putting my hand into his heart. This is an energetic dimension. I can do whatever I want here. So I'm putting my hand into his heart. And I say everything is going to be okay. Your role is changing. Your role is changing. And it's time for you to be aware of that. He is. He's actually absorbing this loving energy. He too has an Asian cultural dragon head. He's huge in comparison to the others. He's much larger. He has a really long tail. I say, you can be you. And you can be beautiful as you are. And you can be free of your own burdens. He isn't saying anything right now, but I definitely feel a shift in his energy because he doesn't feel like puking. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to puke. I'm going to send energy into literally all of his energy bodies, okay? So whether they have the same energy bodies or not, it doesn't matter. I'm just starting with, the mental body region, throat, heart. I just go right on down and I just send love to literally every one of his energy bodies. And I just do it in an orb. I'm going to just put hearts in it. And we could put Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. Let's just put a bunch of archangels in here, okay? And I say love. And I create a timeline, an actual vast timeline of learning. And this is a gift. Because this timeline is dedicated to self-discovery, to help break free of this imprisonment. Because this being is actually imprisoned. And it feels threatening, but really we have to be stronger than that. Because really it is a threat to itself, not to anybody else, to itself, so we can heal. We can heal alien beings, spirits, we can heal angels, we can heal anybody. We can share love with anybody. And in the energy realm from our dense human world, we are ridiculously powerful. When we choose to share love from our dense world to higher dimensions where it's lighter, holy crap, are we powerful. That's why, all this conspiracy theory, we need to manipulate the human being so they don't realize how powerful they are. We're really powerful. All right, so I'm going to continue helping him. Yeah, it has a lot of energy in his stomach, and I'm placing this orb in his mental body, okay? I say, you are loved. And I place this orb into his throat, and I say, you are loved. And I place this orb into his heart, and I say, you are loved. And I place this orb into his emotional gut, and I say, you are loved. I place this orb into his sexual body, and I say, you are loved. I place this orb beneath his feet, and I say, you are loved. And I place this orb above his head, and I say, you are loved. And I create a golden line of light, and I fill him with golden light in order to heal his soul. I see him in a new way now. This whole dimension, it's an actual world. And it looks like a cloud of electricity. And it's got a really long electrical cord in your mental body region. And so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it. It's like pulling the plug and give it back and then let that cloud go. Okay? Because you don't need that. All right? You don't need that. And they don't need it either. They need a new awareness. You want this though. So as I disconnect the cord, you feel like you have lost. You feel like you have lost. I'm not sure if it is because you're trying to recreate a situation from the past. I have no idea what it is. I won't know unless my spirit guides tell me what it is, but this is quite clear vibrationally. So when I disconnect this and you say I have lost, it is if you yourself are defeated. You are not strong enough to conquer this yourself. And so in a weird way, you will keep pulling it back and pulling it back and pulling it back in order to conquer it yourself. But if you want to conquer this yourself, then you need to face it. You need to face it, and you can face it. I have had experiences like this myself. It's hard, but I have faced it, and I've learned so much from it, and that's why I can do what I do, because I realize how powerful I am. Just by being a loving person, I can change the whole universe. I can do literally anything because I am choosing to be a loving person, and I can share love, and I can transform people's lives. People, aliens, spirits, whatever. The earth, animals, I can transform their life. Okay, there's yet a new layer. This is ridiculously hard to digest, okay? And it's made up of like brownish red colored rocky, I mean, it's rock, but it's compact, and it creates like a cliffside. And it's really, it hurts my stomach, and the hurt looks like this. That it feels like it wants to chunk off, kind of like the ice caps when it's warming up, you know, they chunk off into the water. This is wanting to chunk off into a deserty like place. But the thing is in the red, they're telling me the red is symbolic of blood. And you're holding on. You're actually holding on to this. And you're coagulating it. You're creating a density with it. You're not just letting it flow. And it's getting really hard and dense. And you're holding on to it as a structure, as a defined structure. Wow. I really got to relax your soul. Holy smokes. Why, oh why is your soul so determined to punish itself? And when I say that, I go into a much deeper space than anything we've been to thus far. And I see you lying down on a bed, like table. So you're kind of reclined, but it's flat. And it's slightly, it's like 45-degree angle or something. And there's electrical cords. There's probably 8 of them, let's just say, in different parts of your body. And it's like you're being electrocuted, and you're just allowing it to happen again. It's as if your soul really wants to do it this time, like really wants to figure this thing out. And that's why it's going through this major experience, because your soul wants to master conquer this experience, okay? And so you're going to continue to experience this punishment until you can figure out how to master it. And the way that you master it is you already are psychic. You can't have psychic attack-like experiences. You can't have these types of experiences unless you're psychic, because you're using extrasensory ability to feel invisible energetic influences, okay? And if you can do that, you can see the energetic influences in your own unique way. And I would just close my eyes and I would just allow the first image to appear, because usually it's an ugly, scary looking face. And that is at the surface of your experience, because your experience is clearly quite extreme. And so you would just look into the eyes of this thing and say, thank you for what you've taught me. Thank you for hearing my calling. My soul has really wanted to have this experience, and now I'm ready to master it. And I'm going to master it now by looking at you, by saying thank you to you, by sharing gratitude with your soul. And now I'm going to share a gift of love with you. And that's how you would do this. That's how I'm doing this for you. And that's how you master this. That is how you actually master this. There's literally no other way but this way. I mean, unless we come up with some sort of a technology that works with energy, that alters energy patterns. Hey, I mean, I don't know how else you would do it, but why would you need the technology when you can just do it yourself? We are electricity. We already are electricity. We already are technology. We are a biological creation, a powerful, electrically charged creation. We're alive. So you need to see how powerful you are. And you can use this awareness to just face this, okay? It's all starting to relax. I mean, a lot of this energy information is actually relaxing from literally all around your head and from the heart portal up. This is like a whitish blue color. This is kind of like a brownish orange color. Kind of goes around the shoulders and just down to the heart. And it just feels like it's ready to slough off, like really caked on mud that dried, and now it's getting wet and it's soupy and goopy and it's just wanting to cake off and plop on the ground. So let's see. Yeah, there's just so much negative influence in here. Because even after I do that, you're being threatened right now by somebody else. This does not look like an Asian dragon. This looks like a man, a very, very skinny, distorted man. I mean, his face is really, it's like stretched thin. The skin is stretched thin over his bones. His eyes are really strange. And he's choking you right now. I'm just going to stand here. I'm going to pull out a part of your consciousness to stand with me, and I'm going to ask your consciousness, what do you think about that? You are kind of like, huddled down, and you kind of look over, and you just don't say anything. You just don't say anything. And I say, is this what you want? Because I'm here to help alleviate this. But if this is what you want, whatever work I do to release it, you want it released at the conscious level, but deep down inside, you want this experience. So I need to know from this deep part of yourself, is this actually what you want? You're really embarrassed and ashamed. And you don't want to talk about it. And you're hiding in a corner while this part of you at the surface is literally being choked, strangled. So just going one thing at a time here, okay? Can't force you to have a different perspective until you are ready to have a different perspective. So I'm just going to wait. Something unusual happened. What do you think it is? You'll never guess, by the way. I would never have guessed. A golden book appears in my hand. It's actually quite gorgeous looking. I mean, it's got to come from heaven. It's like literally, it's beautiful. The book itself is literally glowing gold, and it's ornate. It has an ornate cover. It's beautiful. It's really gorgeous. And it's in my hands right now. And this is all the information that you need. And it's a download from your higher self, It's a total heavenly gift. It's good. And I'm handing it to the part of you that's really small now, hiding in the corner and doesn't want to acknowledge or look. And I just hand this book to this part of you. And you're even ashamed to open it. The thing is as a human being, oftentimes we feel like we are being judged, let's just say, by God, who is separate from us. But actually, we're being judged by our own God, our own inner God, okay? So if we are too ashamed to face something, we are too ashamed to face God, Because if we can't love ourselves, God won't be able to love us either, because we are already God. So it's up to you. So you can put your shame before everything else. God's not going to release the shame. You have to release it from yourself. And your deeper essence does feel shame. Okay? And that's why it's hard for it to open this book of love and strategy and insight, because it still can't even acknowledge that this is actually happening or that it's actually chosen this experience. It just wants to pretend that it's not seeing it. That's where we're at right now with your deeper self. Your conscious self is like, I'm done with this. Why is this still happening to me? So you can do something at the conscious level, just like I explained. But also, I can reprogram your deeper self, okay, in order to choose self-love, in order to self-realize and know that it is safe and it is okay and that it is loved no matter what it has chosen in all these years. It is still beautiful and wonderful and it's safe. And I encourage this part of you to know it is okay. And that too is going to send information back up to the conscious level, and you're going to start to feel freer, clearer, able to get a handle on this. Okay. Anger, this is really good because when anger releases, I often hear the word hate. So anger is just finally, it's coming out of the stomach, which is really good because you got to get that out. You should feel freaking mad. You should feel pissed. You should feel very angry. So it's just spewing out and it just goes hate. So it just says that. And if it actually feels good for me because you're releasing pent up energy, and you have a right to feel this way. So man, huge improvement in your stomach. It's actually exhausting because there's so much of a release. I mean, it's been like clenched really tight, as hard as we can clench it for as long as we can clench it. And then when it relaxes, it's like, wow, I didn't realize I was clenching for so long, for so hard. Oh my gosh, I'm going to pass out and sleep this off. So there's just like a exhaustion because so much was just released. I just put my hand on one of your shoulders and I say, everything's going to be okay. I want you to at least acknowledge that I'm here. Can you at least acknowledge that I'm here? This part of you looks like a young boy, okay? Like, let's say 10, 11, 12 years old. And when I look at the book in his hand is turned black. And he's living in a different reality, and he has no idea that any of this is going on in another version of himself, in another reality of time and space. But he also feels connected with Earth, as though it's like you years ago, okay? He's not able to speak for himself or think for himself. And he's imprisoned. So somebody else will now think and speak for him. This is really messed up to see it. I literally see a little boy, and there's like, you would think red glowing eyes, but they're pink glowing eyes. They're really intense pink glowing eyes, and a dark green creature on the inside of the face and the body. And it's like, just a minute here, I'm just watching. I'm just going to continue to walk into a space. I'm actually going to go walk into his space. I'm going to just walk into the 12-year-old boy. I'm going to walk into him. And I'm just going to say hello. I am love. And I want to share my identity with you. And I want you to know what love feels like. And it feels like this. And I'm just emanating it. He's shifting, okay? But as he shifts, I can see what he looks like, and it's very gross, grotesque looking thing. I say you don't belong here, and I need you to leave now. And you know this, you do not belong here, and you need to leave now. I'm going to put a golden pyramid into his third eye. Golden pyramid above his head and beneath his feet. Golden pyramid into his heart. Golden pyramid into both of his eyes. Golden pyramid into his emotional gut. Golden pyramid into his throat. Golden pyramid into his sexual body. Create golden light down his spine. Golden light above his head and beneath his feet. And then I place him inside of a massive golden pyramid. And I duplicate it above, then below, and then I duplicate it, right, left. I literally duplicate it infinite numbers of times in literally every direction, in every second, millisecond, bajillisecond, like literally all time, all space, all universes. He is within the golden triangle, or the golden pyramid, infinitely within it. He's so confused, he doesn't know what to do. There's a movement of sadness. This is from you, by the way, because this is quite weird, but this is slightly a part of your own identity. Slightly. So it's like you just lost a part of yourself. Even if this part of yourself is extremely contaminating and destroying you, you still feel sad because you just let go of a part of yourself and you really don't know yourself. But we're just going to let this sadness vent. Okay, the next thing that rises up to the surface is, so the word ugly, it's not ugly, it's a feeling, okay? I think we can all relate to feeling ugly sometimes, feeling ugly inside, gross inside about experiences. Sometimes we just are really hard on ourselves or degrade ourselves, or so we carry ugliness, all right? And so you feel ugly inside. And the ugly inside is also a reflection of this thing. So this thing being within you helps to define your own identity. So with this knot within yourself, you aren't ugly anymore. You never were, all right? So you're really like screaming right now. And something very sticky is happening around your digestive region and your hips and your backside and your spine. I mean, it's a very gross stickiness, and around your neck, and you're clenching up really tight. And you're screaming to the point that all the stickiness is now closing your throat and you can't speak or breathe. I'm going to pull out a part of your consciousness and I'm going to say, why are you doing that? And your consciousness transforms into that thing in the pyramids. And I say, but you're not. Why are you telling me that you are that thing within the pyramids? Because you're not. You don't even need to play that persona. You don't even have to be that persona. You don't even need to work with that persona. You can just be you without it. So I'm going to go ahead and see this as you, because that being is long gone, is infinitely long gone and disconnected from you. It's your echoes still feel like this is a reality when it's long gone. And this is to do with the power of memory. Okay, you're actually coming back to yourself, and the memory of this being is turning into a liquid and draining out of you, and now it's a puddle on the ground. Extreme exhaustion. It's a good exhaustion because you just released something so ridiculously hard to deal with, and you've been using all of your strength to deal with it. Now you can finally relax, and it's like you could collapse and pass out. Just drain. It's like just pooled into a puddle. It's totally disintegrated. It does. The value is not what it once was. It just isn't itself anymore. It just transforms into whatever its purpose is next, right? It's just energy. Just like a lot of your energy is like literally moving around your head and face and just throat, so it's just like, but it's kind of like, and as it circulates around here, or just kind of, and the exhaustion, the confusion, and it's just like, why is this happening? Why did this happen? What is going on now? And it's just a lot of acclimating to change, okay? So we just let this happen. I'm actually just going to relax with it for a minute because you need that. You are ridiculously exhausted. I'm tucking you into bed right now in golden sheets. Just going to put Archangel Metatron here with you. Keep an eye on you. I'm just gonna wait for a minute. This is a pretty hardcore session. There's a lot of major intense energy frequencies going on here. A lot of release. A lot of work. It's good work. It's gonna help you. All right, let me see what the next thing is, okay? Energy, so chakra clearing, okay? Let's just focus on that now. Let's just focus on your energy bodies, okay? Yeah, I'm going to just do this the chakra body transformation way that I do in the chakra body transformation session. So I'm just going to start here with your mental body, okay? And my goal is to bring all of your energy bodies into a healthy, integrated, supportive, interconnected space in the heart, with the infinite loving heart. Then we're going to work on the Earth Star Chakra root, Soul Star Chakra crown, and we're just going to get you balanced, okay? Mental body, I'm going to go ahead and take mental body and place mental body in your heart portal, and let's see what happens. A lot of black ghouly ghost looking things scream and go whoa. I mean, there's lots of them, and they're just instantly flying out of your heart, actually. And it's like cleaning out the cobwebs. I mean, your heart, what we're doing here this is big. I'm putting mental body in here, and it's like bats just flew out, but they were like ghouly ghost-like things. They were black ghouls, just flew out. And then I'm like, there's like cleaning up of cobwebs inside of here. So obviously what you're going through makes it very hard to use your heart, to work with your heart. And your heart is your power place, okay? Because it's literally connected to an infinite universe. It's everything. It's your soul. It's your higher self. It's everything, okay? And so I'm bringing mental body in, and mental body is invisible. Like, it doesn't know how to, it doesn't want to be present, doesn't want to be seen, and wants to hide. And so it's sitting down and it's invisible. I'm just going to go ahead and take throat and place throat in the heart, okay? Heart looks like a yellow feather. Throat, excuse me. I'm telling you, there's major energy shifting going on, so it's making me a little loopy. And as I watch this yellow feather just goes slowly down to the bottom here, it's just a spherical space, and it's just slowly floating down. And I will say major exhaustion is happening here. Major exhaustion. I mean, it's like you haven't had a good night's sleep in a while. Just gonna let everything just be as it is. Heart is super quiet. I'm gonna place stomach into your heart portal, okay? Just a minute. There's just, oh man, wow, you got a lot going on. Okay, let me just see what this is like. Stomach's actually trying to have, it's trying to say hello and sees what it's like brothers and sisters that have been abused. That's what its behavior is like. It's looking at it, it's abused and broken brothers and sisters. That's what it's behaving like. But it feels like the big brother. The emotional body is acting like the big brother that is here to help cheer everybody up. That's literally how it's acting in here. And it's even trying to help the heart rejuvenate itself. And it has a plug. I don't know what it is with you and plugs, electrical outlets. Anyway, it's electrical energy. It's just plugging itself into the heart and to recharge the heart. I mean, that's literally what it's doing right now. But the heart has been traumatized. There's trauma in here. And so it's too many memories. And so the heart says, let's try it in a different way. And stomach starts to realize that it's been it's not been itself, it's not been right because of its own trauma. And it thought that this might be the right way. But now it's starting to think, man, am I messed up too? Am I just like my brothers and sisters? Can I not think of the right thing to do to help everybody? And heart says, no. That's why we're here, because we need to work together. We need to work together. I will say your energy field is actually getting much, much lighter. I'm able to breathe. I feel more relaxed. This is a huge shift taking place here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and bring sexual body on in, and we'll just see what happens here. Sexual body, I don't know why it is climbing a ladder. It's just literally climbing a ladder. I have no idea why. And sexual body says, oh, I don't want to go down there. It's like there's sharks or alligators. Oh, I've got to climb higher. I don't want to get eaten by the sharks or the alligators. That's what sexual body's like. It's like, this is interesting. I ask the other energy bodies, I say, what do you think about how sexual body is reacting to its own experience right now? Do you feel that this is a real experience or an illusionary one? And what can we do to help sexual body find peace within itself, to feel safe, okay? To feel safe. Mental body is actually starting to develop a form, still kind of see-through, looks like a blue male persona. And it's finding rejuvenation because it's being asked to think of ideas that can help solve the problem. And as mental body starts to become active, it sends energy into the heart, and the heart starts to come to life through the activity of the mental body and them working together now. And throat is starting to get brighter and is starting to look forward to an experience of communication, so it can tell sexual body what the ideas are. So it's really looking forward to this. And the emotional gut is just sort of like watching all this taking place and is kind of feeling it all out, is really into this, and feels confident that the brothers and sisters, that we can work together to help sexual body. Is like a real team player here. And heart is starting to circulate with rainbow colors, and it's going faster and faster and faster and faster, and it's just getting really bright rainbowy in here. Sexual body is like, where am I? What is this place? And it's starting to actually forget that it was afraid of anything, and it just slides down the ladder like real professional style. Like it's just sliding down with its two hands along the side. It looks really cool. It's stealthy. Anyway, it's on the ground, and it's like, wow, what's going on here? Totally forgot about the alligators and the sharks, but it's sort of shielding because it's so bright. And is walking into the center of the heart, and all the other energy bodies are surrounding sexual body and sharing their light, and their rainbow light with sexual body to help it heal. Sexual body looks like a dark purple, okay? And sexual body just looks like it's in a weird sack, like a weird caterpillar. And it just sort of sloughs down, and it's just like it's gonna pass out. And it's like a worm-like thing. It had the outline of a body, but it doesn't now. It's like a caterpillar that's, I guess, going into what could be like a chrysalis state, but it's a little bit more, it's got kind of a juiciness to it. I mean, there's like a juicy element to it. And it's relaxing. It's starting to dry up. Huge energy shift here, okay? So I'm just letting that happen. Anger is being vented. The hate word is being repeated. It's just anger venting. Sadness. Feeling shame that you couldn't be stronger than this. You feel weak. You feel like you're not strong enough. And you also say, why is this happening to me? Or why has this happened to me? Why did this? I mean, it's like all in there. The time of all perspectives is here. Why? Why me? It's legit. It's a legit feeling. So still very, very exhausting right now, energetically, because this change is happening, okay? So I'm just letting change take place. So it's just very exhausting here. So I'm just letting that happen. Almost done, almost there. It's very weird. I mean, this pod thing is starting to open up. It's also very dark purple, but it's dry. And there's like portions of it that are popping off and popping open. It looks like a strange flower that hasn't opened up. It's closed tight. It hasn't opened up. And it tells me that it's got it looks like an icicle that was stabbed into the heart of it, but it's not cold, but it looks really pretty, actually. It's a clear, and it comes to a sharp point, and it's been stabbed into the heart of this flower. And the wound is so deep, and it's not able to pull it out or release from it, and it's very, very painful. There is some weird stuff going on. There's bumblebees showing up here. There's like 4 or 5 little bumblebees. It's like they want to come in and help. I don't know why. I feel a bit strange about them, but it makes sense. I guess we're looking at a flower that is hurting. It needs help. So maybe bumblebees is what can do the trick. I don't know why. I'm not letting the bumblebees come in here right now. I don't know. I feel like you've had enough weird stuff in you I just want to work with the energy bodies and have them working together in order to solve this problem, because they can be the bumblebees for each other. They can find the solutions. They don't need outside helpers. You can find all the answers within yourself. You really can. I'm just telling the bumblebees I need you to go for right now. I don't need you right now. I'm gonna work with these energy bodies. This is a very weird thing happening. Very weird thing. Everything is getting really, really quiet. And there's something lodged in your heart, and it looks like a fan blade. And it's spinning fast. And it hurts me, and I feel like crying. And I don't know if I'm making the right decision or not. Am I welcoming in help, or am I welcoming in harm? Because bees can help, but they can also harm, right? So there's an element of confusion here as how to make the right decision so you don't harm yourself. I say, sometimes you just need to trust in yourself, believe in yourself. And that is always a great choice. And if you don't know the answer, you can just take the time to ask your inner self and wait for the answer to rise to the surface through life experiences. You tell me I don't feel like my life will ever change or get better. I feel like it's always going to be like this. I say, you need to start believing in yourself. You have got to start believing in yourself. I'm just pulling out a giant fan. I mean, it's like a desk style one. It's not like one that goes on the ceiling. I'm just pulling it out. It's a big one out of your heart. Wow. You wouldn't believe how heavy that thing was. Information is actually coming down from mental body region into the heart. Mental body is in the heart, but we still have, you're still connected to everything. So your third eye is still here, but there's parts of your consciousness here in your heart processing this, working together as a team with other parts of you. A mental body is actually starting to feel like it can breathe, and its mind is clearing, and it's starting to find the strength to believe in itself. It's funny because they're saying, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. That's what my spirit guides are saying. Believe in yourself. That's what they're saying. It's funny. So let's see. They also say, believe. Believe. Go away. Believe in yourself. Believe. Leave. B-E-E. Leave. Believe. But it's believe in yourself. It's a really interesting play on words. You start to cry, and you actually feel really good that the bees didn't come in. And the flower actually dies, withers and dies. But this is a symbol of rebirth, okay? And this big long icicle thingy is not stabbed into anything because this flower has disintegrated. So it's just lying here. So now everything can be reborn, okay? This is a big energy upgrade, okay? When anything disintegrates, like huge consciousness parts of yourself go through a death experience and then are reborn, that means that a part of yourself has graduated to a higher dimensional plane of vibrational awareness, okay? So you've just accomplished a really great feat here. Sexual body is actually waking up. There's like suddenly, poof, a beautiful maiden in purple. And she's lying here, waking up in the heart and looking around. It's funny because I often see sexual body as female and mental body as male. That's just my personal way. And then she goes to mental body And holds mental body, sexual body holds mental body. I see that a lot too. And I'm not gonna lie, but this feels so nurturing and so wonderful. My heart is about to cry. It's like your heart is quivering with meaning right now and awe, because it's so beautiful, because it's about love. And throat and stomach and heart, like everybody's like, wow, it's beautiful. They're all admiring this exchange of love and healing. Oh man, everything's in your heart's really circulating great, okay? I'm just gonna, just quick here, I'm gonna root and earth star chakra and then crown and soul star chakra. I like to work with these together, okay? So I'm just gonna send love into root, and I just hold root in the palm of my hand, and I say, root, thank you so much for being so wonderful, for being so wonderful. What would I do without you, root? Root is releasing some prickly things growing out of it. And I'm putting more and more love and light. And I'm literally taking an orb from the heart and I'm placing it into the root so the root can feel part of this exchange in the heart. And root suddenly just goes straight into the ground and is just like, wah. I mean, it's going like really fast into the ground. Feels like instantaneously aware. Earth Star chakra is actually broken, so I'm just going to mend it here. I'm just going to hold it in my hand. And very quickly it's already mending and it's aware of the root and it's actually going to root. Funny because roots like male, Earth Star chakras like female, and then they're about to merge here deep within the earth. Wow, that feels good. It feels super awesome. Amazing. All right, let's go to crown and then soul star chakra and just see what happens here. A little bit of venting, okay? The word hate kind of is coming out, so a little bit of venting here. That's good. I'm just going to get to crown and see what this is all about. Crown is, won't let me in. I mean, it's like I'm trying to fit my hand into it, just a tiny little circle. And I'm just like, crown won't let me in. And then I'm trying to place my hand within it so I can send light into it. So I just take crown and I place it within my hand, palm of my hand, and it looks like a white coin, actually. And crown is so distraught and confused. It doesn't even know if it still exists. I mean, it's really distraught and confused about its own identity. It's totally like it's lost. I'm placing an orb of awareness from the heart portal and sending information from the root and earth star chakra into the crown right now so the crown can have this awareness. Crown's processing and digesting it right now. It's thinking. Crown's got a lot of fear in it. A lot of fear. A lot of resistance. But wants to heal really bad. Feels very alone. Feels like it is working without answers. Doesn't know how to access the answers. Feels like it has failed. I say thank you so much, Crown, for venting all of those feelings. I can absolutely relate to all of those feelings myself. But let's just let them go, shall we? Because that's just part of life experience, but it doesn't have to be your whole life. It could just be for a time you felt this way, but now you're starting to feel in a new way, right? Because you're being reborn as well, just like sexual body. Crown's like, I can be reborn? Instantaneously, I see crown opening up like a really cool pink flower, and it's spiky along the sides. There's lots of, but it's cool looking and it's not sharp. And it's in this soul star chakra, which is like pure white and diamond-like, and it's glowing. And it too looks like a flower with another flower inside of itself. And I feel crown is actually expanding in the soul star chakra, and it feels very safe here. And it asks for energetic protection, okay? So it's actually asking for Archangel Michael to come and surround this space with white light. So that the space is safe for processing information again, for digesting wisdom and awareness again. And a lot of information now is being sent down. And part of the imprint here, I am imprinting a new awareness within your deeper consciousness that you are wise. You are wise. You don't need to go outside of yourself. You need to go within yourself. So you are wise, okay? And so the information that is coming from Soul Star Chakra Crown is coming down as your own deep awareness, your own soul's awareness, your higher self's awareness is sending the information down because you can believe in yourself. You can believe in yourself, okay? Sending it on down. Earth's arc, root, send it on up. Everything starts to glow and feels really like it's going up and down and up and down. It feels really fluid and nice. Feels good. Okay, that's all I can share. Huge improvement. Man, from the beginning till now, it's like your energy field feels like totally reborn. I'm really glad that you explored a session with me because I can tell you really needed that. You really needed that. And I'm glad that I can help you in your life. So thank you so much. And then thank you too, because I know this session for you can help a lot of people. Because when we share our experiences and as our souls heal, we also heal each other. And we can heal each other energetically and through wisdom as well. So people who are watching this session here are going to find a gift of transformation for themselves too. So I want to thank you. And for those of you watching, if you're interested in booking a session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. All right, I want to thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.